What's up guys, Josh Luck here, and in today's video I'm going to show you 4 important tips for when running ads on Google. Now Google ads can be kind of complicated sometimes, and if you either don't know what you're doing or you miss some important steps, you could be wasting money and not see the conversion rate that you would like. So these 4 tips are going to help you increase your conversion rate, save money, and ultimately improve your ads. So they're pretty easy, you can apply them to any ad campaign. So without further ado, let's jump in here and get started. Alrighty, so we're in Google Ads, and if you want to follow along, jump into your account. And if you don't have a Google account yet, you can just sign in for free using your Google account and meet me at ads.google.com and we can get started. Oh, and before I begin, we're almost to 100 subscribers, which is a huge milestone for me and I'm super excited about it. So it would help immensely if y'all would subscribe. I post twice a week and I would love to have you along for the ride. So enough of that, let's get started. So the first tip I'm going to talk about is remarketing. Now, remarketing is when you basically remarket. It's when you send ads to people who have already visited your website or interacted with your product. And maybe they haven't converted yet and actually bought something, but they've showed interest in the past. So you're able to do this right in Google Ads, and let's jump in here. So if you create a new campaign, it'll take you through the steps. And in step 1, if you scroll to about the middle of the page, it'll pull up the audiences window. So you can either search and create a new audience, or if you have pre-existing audiences on the side, and this is just kind of my throwaway account, so I don't have any audiences on this one, but they should populate in here. And you can actually create an audience of people who have visited your website before just by going up to this audience manager right here, clicking on that, and it'll take you to this page. And as you can see, it's already pulled up the remarketing tab. So all you need to do is hit the plus icon and either do people who have either used your app, watched your YouTube videos, been a customer, or just simply a website visitor. So I'm going to use website visitor and click on that. So within here is actually where we can set up which domain you want to pull your visitors from. So go ahead and name your audience up here, and then we can do a list of members, select from this pull down which ad category you want. Let's just do visitors of a page, keep it generic, and then down here it's kind of like a mathematical formula the way they have it set up. So a page URL contains equals starts with. So basically think of it like math, and then type in your domain right here, and then you can either add a secondary domain or you can have an alternate domain. So add in your information here and it will pull from those analytics. And then once you do that, you can do since when did they interact. So you can do people who have visited within the last 30 days, the last year, indefinitely. You can write a description. So all those different things to play with. But all you got to do is create your audience. And then once you do that, if you go back to your ad, it should populate within here and it will target those people. And based on statistics, remarketing, you'll have a 10 times better conversion chance to get people to convert as opposed to just going after cold leads or keywords. So if you have a large website to pull from, I would recommend remarketing because it might show some success for pretty affordable rates. So go ahead and try that out and see if you get good results. Alright, so tip number 2 is using long tail keywords as opposed to generic keywords. And we're going to use the keyword planner for this tip. So just go up here to the top right. You can't see it because I cut it off my capture window because I don't want to show my personal information. But just go to Tools and Settings, and then down here to Keyword Planner. And let me discard this. And it will pull up this. And then all you got to do is hit Discover New Keywords, and we can jump into the keyword research. So long tail keywords are essentially long versions of keywords that people search for, as opposed to, I guess, the short term, I don't know, short tail, just regular keywords. So basically what that means is a shortened keyword would be coffee shop, but a long tail keyword would be organic coffee shop, Nashville, Tennessee. So as you can see, obviously it's longer as the name implies, and it's more detailed. So there'll be less traffic, but the traffic you do get will be more targeted to exactly what you want. So let me pull up some examples real quick. Alright, so I've got 2 keywords pulled up. If you can see under keywords you provided, I got coffee shop and sit down coffee shop near me. So the short version, coffee shop, is obviously more popular. People will search for it more. You got 2 million results a month, which is insane. And then the average bid range is about $2-ish. But then if you look at sit down coffee shops near me, there's only 590 monthly searches, but the bid range is, I mean, it's 0. So obviously you're going to spend less money on that. But the reason why you want to do long tail keywords, not only because it's for the most part cheaper, is you're going to have less competition. And I know these both say low, but I guarantee you there's more people targeting ads for the keyword coffee shop than there are for sit down coffee shops near me. So you have less competition, you have less traffic, but the payoff is you'll get cheaper ads and more targeted customers, because people who search in coffee shop probably aren't looking for coffee shops at that moment, but people who are looking for coffee shops near me are looking for coffee shops, so they're more likely to convert. So make sure when you choose your keywords, make sure that they're detailed and they are more long tail than short tail. All right, and the third tip is do not forget to add negative keywords. So once you create your ad and you go into the settings of that ad, you can see a summary of the keywords you use. And you can add keywords later on, but you can also add negative keywords. And negative keywords are essentially keywords that you want to tell Google not to show your ad for. So let's say I have an online coffee supplier and I sell coffee online, but I'm not an in-person coffee shop. My negative keyword would be coffee shop near me, because I know if people search for that, they're looking for sit-down coffee shops, but I only sell online. So I don't want to waste money, people accidentally clicking on my thing if they're not going to convert. So make sure you have negative keywords to weed out any potential things that people could type that Google would show your ad for. And this can be, I don't know what your certain situation is, but there's negative keywords for every situation. So just think about who might search for your product and who you might be shown to, and which ones you would not want to be shown for. And then the final tip is add extensions to your ads. So I searched in Walmart on Google because I had a pretty good idea they were going to have extensions on their listing. And they don't on their ad, but they do on their just regular listing. So extensions are basically, I mean, as the name implies, extensions on your ad. So as you can see, Walmart has just the base information here, but they also have a search bar, links to groceries, electronics, so on and so on. They even have like a local one. So there's more things for me to click on, and if I'm looking for electronics in Walmart, I can just click on that and take me directly to it. So you're actually able to add these to your Google Ads. So just go back to your ad creator, and in step 1, when setting up your campaign, if you go to the very bottom, you can see add extensions. And here you can add different site links. So if you have multiple pages and categories on your website, you can link to those categories. If you want people to call out to email you or call out to call you or have a search bar, you can do that so people can, oh yeah, right here. So add a phone number. So instead of clicking on your ad to go to your website, if you want them to call, let's say you run a service-based thing, they can have your phone number directly on that extension. So as you can see, obviously super helpful and more opportunities for people to click through. And if I go back to this listing, obviously you can see this one catches my eye way more than this one. So you could have a competitor who looks like this, but if you look like this, people will be more likely to click on you. So it's free of charge. It doesn't cost any more to add extensions. And so I would recommend, if it applies to you, to always add those, just because it makes your ads look more high quality. Let me actually search and try to find an ad that has one real quick. Okay, that was pretty easy. I literally searched Amazon as the first one. So as you can see, this ad for Amazon, they have Prime Day Show, Prime Fashion, so different things for you to click on. So I would always recommend that, just more chances to convert. So if you take all 4 of those tips and combine them into one campaign, hopefully it will help overall. And then if you have any questions about any of my tips, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. And then if you would like to see some more, also let me know in the comments. I'd love to make more videos if y'all are interested. But as for this one, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.